Welcome to the FishFlix.com Christian Movie Podcast. Every Wednesday, we review a Christian film, informing you about the story, production quality, and family friendliness. Our goal is to bring you all the latest news and insights on Christian movies and recommend wholesome films that you can watch together as a family. I'm your host, Noah Metzger, and today we'll be reviewing Unbroken, Legacy of Faith Edition.
However dark the night, however dim our hopes.
Inbound 4 o'clock low.
The light will always follow darkness.
Keep going the way you're going, you end up as a bum on the street. You train. You fight harder than those other guys, and you win. If you can take it, you can make it. You can do this, Lou. You just gotta believe you can. Pop does. Ma does. I do.
Louie, a moment of pain is worth a lifetime of glory.
Unbroken, Legacy of Faith Edition released in 2015 and tells the story of Louie Zamperini, an Olympian, a soldier, and a prisoner of war. If you're interested in finding out more about this film after our review, you can find it on our website at www.FishFlix.com. In May of 1943, bombardier Louie Zamperini's plane crashed into the Pacific. He survived, only to be taken prisoner by the Japanese. His captor's brutality drove him to the limits of endurance, but his hope and tenacity saw him through and set him on the road to a life-changing encounter with God. Unbroken is the triumphant tale of a true American hero. The Legacy of Faith Edition, which we're reviewing, also contains over 90 minutes of bonus features. Unbroken is certainly an experience of a movie. It doesn't try to overcomplicate the plot or add too much movie magic. The true story of Louie Zamperini is already so much to take in that they simply tried to tell that story and keep it the way it was, and they really succeeded. Unbroken, at its core, tells the story of Louie Zamperini. This is the story of a man who faced incredible tragedies and was able to overcome them. Zamperini went through some horrific things in his lifetime, from spending over a month on a raft out at sea with no hope, only to wind up in enemy territory. This movie is well shot and is really everything I would expect from a quality film. It's got a big budget and high production value, some incredible actors, an epic orchestral soundtrack, and so much more. It can be a difficult movie to watch at points, however, because it's hard watching him go through these things, knowing he really experienced all of this. I've talked before about how I love true stories, as it gives everything an added sense of realism. I was really worried about the character of Louie at points, simply because I knew there was a man who really went through the things shown in this film. While it can be violent at points and is definitely not recommended for families with younger kids, it's still a fantastic movie that is well worth a watch. If you like to see what people went through in wartime or want to learn about what Louie Zamperini went through, this is a fantastic movie that chronicles his life. It's an excellent adaptation of the book. One fault with the movie that did receive some backlash is how it didn't tell the entire tale. After Louie came back from war, he experienced some serious depression until he turned his life over to God. This conversion to Christ is unfortunately left out in the main film, but that's why the Legacy of Faith Edition includes a special bonus DVD with over an hour and a half of content showing what became of Louie after his return to America. This does a better job at explaining the full story and showing Louie's conversion to Christ, which I really appreciated. This extra bonus disc is definitely worth a watch to get the full story. Unbroken definitely has some things keeping it from being entirely family friendly, and we highly suggest that you do not show this movie to younger children. It contains several scenes with intense violence and several instances of language as well. Because of the nature of this film and the story that it tries to tell, it's definitely not a movie for the family to watch together. But it tells an inspiring story, and the Legacy of Faith Edition contains some truly amazing documentaries about Louie's life and the choices he made when he came home. For this movie in particular, we recommend you watch the movie first and decide if it's appropriate for your particular family. And now we'd like to know what you think. Have you seen this movie and would like to let us know your thoughts? Maybe you'd like us to review a certain movie, or you have a question or a comment for us. Whatever your thoughts may be on the topic, we'd love to hear from you, and we have an email address you can write to us at podcast@FishFlix.com. We'd love to hear from you. If you would like to find out more about Unbroken Legacy of Faith Edition, or you'd be interested in purchasing it, you can visit our website at www.FishFlix.com. On our website, we have a vast assortment of Christian movies you can learn about or purchase. We have a large collection containing both classics and brand new movies that are just releasing, all at incredibly low prices. Thank you for joining us, and as always, please be sure to stay tuned as we bring you more reviews every week on the FishFlix.com Christian Movie Podcast.